Hello everyone, how are you? I hope everyone is in a good place today. I am feeling a bit nervous to introduce myself into this space and my channel. I'm Janelle and this is The Paper Joy. I love paper. I always have. As far back as I can remember, I have always had some type of calendar or notebook next to me to write things down, to keep track of things, whether that was for school, work, personal use. I've always preferred to write things down on paper. There are plenty of digital apps out there now to help us keep track of things, and I do use some, but I always find myself coming back to paper and writing things down. For me, it's just something that is natural. To physically write something down. It helps me to remember, to retain information, to release. It is just something that I like to do on a regular and daily basis. I wanted to try something new with some journaling practices and trying to be more present in my day. Since the start of the year, I've really just been using a plain lined notebook to write down just everyday thoughts, journaling. If I've read an article, whatever, it's gone in there. That's kind of my central location to keep things. But I wanted to switch it up and try something new. So I just started looking at different ways to do that. And I came across just different planner systems that people are using that I was not familiar with at all. I was just kind of blown away by it. I was like, okay, where has this been? Because it is something that I was instantly intrigued by and that I have just kind of jumped into full board here. So it actually started at the perfect time. I really got into this in mid-June, and I wanted to start something, I could start something in July with kind of the half-year setups that were out there, so it really just timing-wise worked out great. So these are my first planners. I actually got this common planner in June to start in July. It is a moon journal, and I did not have this one initially. This is the B6 Undated Common Planner half-year. What I started with initially for a daily personal planner, I realized pretty quickly that that wasn't going to work for that purpose. So I ended up getting this one to replace that, and I really just used the setup in this one, which is dated, to just copy that into here to get this filled out. That was a little bit of work. I don't know if I'll be rushing to buy an undated planner anytime soon, but I did get it done, and I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I don't have the most awesome handwriting, so I did my best, but I think it looks okay to get me started. So my first common planners, these two, and I do love them, I have to say. This is brown, of course. It was kind of all that was available. I think it was either brown or black. They didn't have the blue. This probably would have been my first choice for the B6 had it been available, but now that I have the brown, I absolutely love it. Actually, I think it looks just natural and kind of earthy, and I really do like the color, so I will probably stick with this moving forward. Neither one of these have the gold edges. Not really my thing. I don't need all that kind of gilded look on it, but other than that, I love the feel of this. It's kind of flexy, it's soft. It's a great little book. So yeah, I'm super happy with it so far. So this is just started in July, and I'll just get into it and how I'm currently using it. You know, I am new to this community. I am new to this overall planning, so I am learning in this space, and you know, I'm just looking forward to continuing to do this and sharing and learning with everyone here. So let's see. I still have some things to fill out in the front, and this is the vision board space, or can be the vision board space. I do intend to use it for that. That's not something I've ever done before either, a vision board. I've read about it I don't know how many times. I know that it's a popular thing. I do think it would be useful and new things I'm trying to do for my own kind of wellness and self-care. So I am going to get this done. I just haven't done it yet. I was too busy, you know, dating this whole thing. So, but I do intend to do the vision board here. And this is another kind of full blank page spread. Maybe more vision board or something else. Not exactly sure what to do with that yet. The goal breakdown, I love the idea of this. I don't know how far I will get with that here right off. It's a little much, to be honest, for me right now. I think I'm just kind of doing this day to day at the moment and planning out, you know, like a full year ahead right now is probably a little much. So I don't know how much I'll get into this goal breakdown this first time out. We'll see. But I don't have anything here yet. This in my dated planner is the quarter one quarterly goals, which, you know, we're well past that. It still provided the pages for quarter one and quarter two for those. So I'm just using them for kind of whatever pages. I do have some pens, new pens that I've bought. I have had to get smaller pens. This paper, honestly, this is not something that I have used before. It's not, I'm not familiar with the paper and the types of pens that really work for it. I was a little concerned at first because it is very thin. I do like the feel of it, but I was just thinking, you know, things are just going to bleed right through it. But that hasn't been the case. I haven't noticed anything I really bleed through. But I have had to get smaller pens. I write a little heavy, and the pens that I currently use, you know, for work or whatever and write with, I haven't paid much attention to the millimeters in pens. I am now. But as it turns out, my current pens were just a little too big, I've noticed in the Moon Journal. So I had to go with the smaller tip pen, or I wanted to go with the smaller tip pen for this book. So I just got a few things to start me off. Like I said, I got these at like Staples. But I did get a couple or a few different colors, so I'm kind of keeping track of that here. And I got a calligraphy pen, or a few calligraphy markers to help me fill out the dates and things in the journal. So that's what I'm using this Q1 page for. Don't need it. This is the Q2 page again. I just have a couple appointment things in there. It has the Q3 and the Q4 pages, which it's, you know, into July now, so I probably won't be. Well, I won't be doing that for July. Probably not for August either. Again, I'm getting started out here. But, you know, maybe by September or October I might have, you know, some goal things to stick in there. We'll see. So here it goes right into the monthly spreads. And the undated ones, everyone probably knows that you get 2 extra months, which I think most people use to have like maybe one month on the back end and then 1 month ahead. And I chose to do a couple months behind July, just because in starting this new kind of memory keeping, you know, life log thing that I'm calling this, because this is not a work planner for me. This is my personal planner for things that are going on in my life, things that I want to track. things that I want to make note of, and I am not keeping my daily work things in here. That's not what this is for. So lots of things have been happening in 2024, and I really wanted to take this back to April. I am in Ohio, and we had a total solar eclipse that we experienced in April of this year, and to say the least, it was just a really cool experience that, you know, I had with my family, my husband and my daughter. You know, we watched it, and it just blew me away. So I wanted to make note of that in here. I do have that in my like at a glance calendar that I always have for each year, but I wanted to put it in here, make note of it, so in keeping, you know, this kind of first life log book, I could look back and see that, because it was just an amazing experience. We did have 3 minutes and 34 seconds where we live of totality with the solar eclipse, and again, it was really just one of the coolest things I've ever experienced. So I wanted to make note of that in here, and filling out the days. So I just didn't do it exactly how it's in there, but you know, it's close. I have the month, the year, and I've used some old stickers or other stickers to put in the month, and then I just kind of dated this out. I didn't put a whole lot else here for April. And I did June, skip May, went into June, because just another kind of not event necessarily, but just something I started researching and reading about in June with the summer solstice that just turned me on to a lot of different things, including some new journaling practices that I wanted to do, and be more present in my day-to-day life, and I wanted to make note of that here as well. So I have this really cool sun sticker that I just love to mark this kind of turning point for me that happened in June. So this is the June layout, and then brings us right into July. So this is kind of where I started, you know, full board, you know, writing things down, putting things in, you know, life logging, other things. And, you know, it's not super filled up. Again, this isn't a work calendar, it's a personal calendar. I do not have an overly booked schedule. So this is just, you know, different things that happen in my day-to-day. You know, I'll do some, you know, high-level appointment kind of things here, but it is for just whatever I feel like putting in here on a day-to-day basis, or, you know, if I have plans out for the month or things like that. I do like the idea of having kind of a monthly quote, perhaps an affirmation at some point to have for the month to keep looking back on. And I think that once I get into this some more, I'll get, you know, some more things in here for the monthly spread, or maybe even switch it up and do the monthly spread for something else. But this first time out, you know, I'm just, you know, feeling my way, you know, through this, and you know, starting small. So yeah, that is kind of the way I'm doing this now. I do expect to switch this up. I've already seen some things that I may want to try with the monthly spread. I am tracking the moon, phases of the moon in here though. So same for August, you know, I just dated everything out. You know, that calligraphy pen, it actually writes pretty cool. I was surprised at that. Again, I don't have the best handwriting, so, you know, I think it turned out pretty good. And then I have my other stickers that I use. So I did that for the rest of the months through December, and then we get into, the weekly. So this is, again, this is a new setup for me. So this weekly spread, this vertical spread, that's different. Again, calendars that I've used in the past, it's like your monthly spread, and then everything has been kind of the horizontal days. And I do like this setup. I think it can be used many different ways. I'm just kind of doing a straight up and down at the moment until I get a feel for, you know, what I like and what I don't. But this is cool. I do like the way it's set up. I like the way that it is flexible, because I want this to be flexible. If I want to switch something up, I can switch it up. And that's what I thought I would like about the Undated calendar too, that I could, but that's, no, I can, excuse me, I can work with a dated calendar in the future and still make it flexible for me. So, first week of July, not a whole lot in here. Anniversary, my husband and I, 14 years, that's cool. I'm doing just kind of some basic things in here. Sleep is something that I do like to track. Physical activity, you know, walking, workouts, things like that. Not a lot of detail for any of those things. I may try and do more information on my sleep back in the journaling part with the dailies, but just a quick overview of my hours for the week, I think is good. If I find a better way to track that, I can certainly incorporate that at a later date. And yeah, so same for the following week. Pretty bare bones right now, tracking things. At this point, I was not in this journal planner yet. I was still using something else, and before I decided to go with this, so I kind of back planned several weeks here to just to get it up to present. So I don't have a lot of you know, extra decoration or anything like that in here, which that is something that I really am getting into more. It's not something that I've done in the past, so again, just the creativity that you can put into these is something that I'm really looking forward to, and I am doing a bit more as I'm going along. So gosh, there are some really just beautiful, cool things out there that you can put in these books, and I'm just, you know, I'm super excited about it. Here I have some stuff for the full moon. This was the first full moon that I really kind of paid attention to and journaled on, and I wanted to mark that in here too. So yeah, this is you know, I got a little more information in here. What I'm doing with the dailies, again, just kind of snippet information. So, you know, if I read something that I want, like an article or content that I want to reference later, you know, I may write it down in here. That way I know, you know, what it is, and then I can go back and, you know, and find it, so I can either read it or write about it in more detail somewhere else. You know, if I see a cool quote, you know, I'm gonna, you know, just make note of that in here, just to, again, keep track of things that, you know, were meaningful to me on that particular day or that particular week, you know, whatever that might be. That's what I want to look back at for these and to see. So, you know, more moon journaling here. And I did recently get a new phone. I don't like getting new phones. My phone is like 7 years old, so I don't do this very often, but it was a necessity, and my old phone was finally starting to give out on me. But I got this notification this week, which I did not get on my old phone, and I thought that it was really cool. It was a digital well-being report, which shows you how much time you're spending on different apps, and you know, just how much time you're doing that. I mean, hours worth that you're doing that. So, you know, I made note of that because, wow, that is something that I would like to start keeping track of, and certainly, you know, less scrolling in my life would be beneficial. Into another weekly page, you know, again, same setup. This takes us into the first part of August, so I may, switch things up for August as far as this setup. We'll see. I am doing some weekly tracking on the sides. I have had that for several weeks, just a couple things. I like the idea of doing this. I don't know if I want to keep doing it in this space. So again, we'll see what I may do with those moving forward. But yeah, and then the rest, again, just dated this out, with my cool calligraphy pen. I think it turned out pretty good. It's not something I'm looking forward to doing again necessarily, but for this first time out, hey, I have something else that I did for this first time with this system, actually writing out all of these dates. So from the weeklies, I love that term, we go into the dailies, which is the more journaling space here, which I really like. That's what I need, and that's what I wasn't getting with the first planner I tried. I didn't have any room to write, and I didn't have any space, so that was needed, and I have that here. There's just really, I guess, 1 page per day, but I guess it depends on, how you set it up and how much you do per day. I don't write a lot every single day, so I think that there will be plenty of room here for days when you write, very little, to days where, you might write a lot. So this card is actually a postcard that I got in another planner box, and I love the card. I love the whole sun thing. I got this back in June when I was reading about summer solstice and all that stuff. So, but it actually works as a cool pencil board, which I have seen with things. It's kind of the perfect size, actually. So that works. I took this from the Happy Planner. That's where that's what I started with, because I wanted the option to kind of put things in and out, for it to be a little more customizable. But I just, again, realized that I couldn't do that for my everyday planner. But I like the idea of this. I don't know if I'll keep doing this, but having this kind of currently page, I thought was a good way to start this off anyway for July. Priorities, and then, some of the things that I'm currently doing. So starting a moon journal, being more present, staying focused on other things, and then, I do read more than what I have in a very long time, so I keep a separate reading journal, book journal for that. But I think it's cool to kind of keep track of that in here as well. And this whole idea of creating just a new outlet for reflection and creativity with this whole, system and doing this. So that is my whole, purpose really in doing this new system. But from there into the dailies, this is where my not great handwriting kind of sticks out. But just doing some different things, nothing, just catching up. I was, again, back planning here a little bit. I did get some new stencils, so something I'm new at and would like to try to use on other things as well. And just catching up here. So I think this setup will look different as I keep going. So yeah, this is a really cool little book, and I am enjoying everything about it right now. I look forward to continuing this journey. I'm having so much fun with this so far, and I want to keep posting different things. Again, I will do like some moon journal things, and as I'm learning new ways to do this, I hope to share that. I'm really looking forward to being a part of this community and to share and to learn. I've learned so much already, and I'm excited to keep going. So thank you if you've stuck around this long to listen to me. Please like and subscribe. That would be awesome. And I hope that we can do this again. And I truly believe that we learn and grow together. And that is coming from a true introvert. So thanks, guys. And I hope to see you in the next one.